Okay, hopefully this will work. For some reason, my mic shut off on this particular recording of Ark Aberration. So, welcome. I was actually out just farting around, and I'm still trying to tweak the settings on this. And I seen this Spino just wreaking havoc around the base, so I decided, hey, you know what? Instead of killing it off, I'm going to tame it. It's a low-level Spino just for the eggs, so we can start doing some kibble. And it's really weird because when I started the recording, it seemed like the game audio came through, but my voice didn't come through. And I think it's user error. But as you can see, I just set up a simple trap here with gates. And yeah, she got a little nip on me. I put bear traps in there, so it gives me enough time to run around to the backside. And this is just an old school trap with a couple bear traps inside, and then stone gates. But what's really weird is right here. Once she gets out of the bear trap, she sinks into the ground. I started freaking out for a second, thinking that she's going to get out of the trap. And even though she's only a 20, I thought, uh-oh, yeah, she'll kill me real quick being level 20. Just being on foot. And I got my Carno over there on passive. But she tranked out pretty quick, even though it's a primitive long neck. If I can hit her. I really wish my audio was in here because it was a lot funnier. But she went out pretty fast. And what I was actually doing was just trying to get some resources harvested up. Because I want to do an expansion on this little base. Because it's about time we start getting all set up for a kibble farm and start getting a few dinos tamed. So I figure I'll put him away and get some mutton on that little Spino out there. This is weird. Like I said, I'm hoping this works. I've never overlaid my voice on this. I actually had to look this up on YouTube on how to do it. And I'm really hoping this works. I actually edited the video first, which really, this was tough editing the video. And then going back and adding my voice to it. So I'm apologizing right now for this. I've never done this before. Like I said, I do this pretty much as a hobby, just for the heck of it. But now I'm looking for the roll rat. And inside the dino storage, this is great. And like I said, it's pretty similar to the cryo fridge. And you'll see in a second the levels this thing got. I haven't been on for probably about a day and a half. And look at that. All those levels she got sitting in there. It's a little bit higher than what you get from cryo fridge. So yeah, if you're not using your dinos for any reason, and you're on official servers and you have access to a cryo fridge, put them in a cryo fridge. They'll gain levels a lot faster than sitting out. I've done extensive testing on this using cryo fridge and my dino storage, and leaving a dino out and a dino in, and the dino in will get 2 times the levels, at least 2 times. Oh, but yeah, back to this. I got paranoid, so I figured I'm going to throw some narcotics on him. Just a few. Didn't want him to wake up while I was out trying to get some wood. Then, of course, he eats the mutton, or she. And then look at that, she sinks right into the ground. It's like, why? I don't get that. It's always been that way here. Yeah, this is the goofiest thing. These roll rats. I don't know, I keep calling it a mole rat. It's weird. Wish they had a better turn radius though. Their turn radius sucks. Wish I could put some music on here for you guys. More like Benny Hill music. Some of you old people would understand Benny Hill music. Younger generation probably never heard of Benny Hill. Yeah, this thing is awesome. And you know, for harvesting rate, I'm only on, I think, 3 times. And with this server, I don't understand their settings. Because for experience rate, I was on only 2 times. I changed it to a 1 time because for some reason this was a brand new character and he was advancing way too fast. I really wish that all these different servers were equal to like official servers, because on a 3-time harvesting, look how much he's getting. It's just way too much. I'm gonna have to tweak the server again because oh yeah, roll rat stuck, because it's getting way too much at 3 times. I thought 3 times would be sufficient, because my old server at 3 times, it was equivalent to 3 times on officials. When officials was at 3 times, I mean, I don't like to get tons and tons and tons of resources. Actually, I do, but not really, you know, too overpowering. It just defeats the purpose of the grind. And I love doing a grind. Figured I'd pick that up. Which, by the way, that's not the first Spino I tamed. I didn't have OBS running last time I was on, and I found a 150 male just below the waterfalls. So I sat up on the top of the waterfalls and shot him, and he landed in the water. I thought he was going to drown. And took forever to get him to tame. I went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, making darts. And I thought for sure I was going to lose a torpor on him. So in the soul terminal, there is a 150 Spino. Now, I probably won't use the Spinos in the boss battle. We're going to use Megalosauruses. They are a lot tougher. I classify them like a mini Rex because they have one heck of a knockback. I'll probably have them and Stegosauruses. But yeah, the stacking mod I have on here, that thing it's called Ultra Stacks. It does lighten the load a little bit. If you've noticed in any of the resources that we pick up, berries, wood, stone, it stacks a lot higher and it's a lot lighter. The only reason I use that stacking mod is because of mutton. I really cannot stand. Oh yeah, look at his levels from sitting in there. I know, squirrel moment. Change subject. Well, anyways, I really can't stand when you harvest a ovis. Mutton is only stacking one at a time. So I went looking for a stacking mod, and I found Ultra Stacks. It's one of the best mods I've come across that doesn't conflict with the server or with the S Plus mod. And I use the S Plus mod only because of it's a building mod to me. It's pretty much the same thing as vanilla, except it'll snap into, most of the time, the ground and other things, and you don't have to fight with it like you do vanilla. Plus, you know, there's other features in there too. Well, anyways, I'm just going to grab on this a bunch of stone and then get that all prepared. So we have stone, thatch, and wood all set up for us so we can get some buildy-buildies going. I want to extend the back of the base as much as we can to get some Spinos breeding in there so we can get a really good Spino, really good Spino pair for us, because we're going to use the Spinos to go into the radiation zone. Because we're going to need some, well, I do have some blue gems for making radiation suits for when we go on the surface, because we're going to eventually have to kill a Reaper King. Oh, and the Halloween event is on the server. I did turn it on, which I really haven't seen much spawn with the headstones and the pumpkins and all that. Now, there's no alphas on this map. Oh, wait a minute, there are. Because you can get an alpha Carcanos. So, actually, I might put a chibi on this guy. Not that we're going to find many alpha Carcanos. And there is an alpha Reaper King, but that's on the surface. Okay, at this point is when I was saying we're going to go find a Diplo. Because on Aberration, you really don't have a very good dino for thatch. And I found, or discovered, that one of the best dinos on this map for thatch is the Diplo. So we are on search for Diplo, and it's a cutscene, and now we are at portal area. And we are in search for a Diplo. Now, Diplos have a very high torpor and very high health. So the bigger the level, longer it takes to knock them out. Diplos are also extremely good for PvP. You get a couple high-level Diplos, and you start breeding them. You can soak turrets for days. Like this one here that I'm shooting at. It's only a level 15, but it has 2,000 health. You can get these things base 11,000 health just for starters. You start breeding them and mutating them, you get them 100,000 health. So for soaking turrets, oh yeah, for PvP, these things are awesome. Plus their base saddle holds 10 people. These things are really great, but they are one of the best dinos on this map for thatch, actually for berries. These things are really awesome for berries, biotoxin, you name it. And they are a pain in the butt. As you can see, this is where the Benny Hill music would come in really handy. This thing is just knocking me around and knocking the Carno around. I threw the Carno on passive so the Carno wouldn't attack it. And I don't know how many darts I shot into his butt. And my commentary on this was hilarious when I was shooting it. Because I kept saying, oh, one up your bum, one up your bum. And of course my Carno kept getting in the way. I don't know how many shots. And I was worried I shot the turtle right there. And he don't hurt you when he knocks you back. I mean, there's no real, attack to this guy except for pushing you back. That was the one thing I liked about these guys. You walking around, you push things out of your way, and it's not an attack. That was the cool thing about these guys. And so, I mean, you push a turtle out of your way, you push a stego, they don't attack you for it. They just like, okay, he just moved me, no big deal. So, I mean, they're great to have pretty much any map. And like I said, they're great at berries. That if you're looking for thatch, granted, you can get a Bronto. Bronto will get you better thatch than these guys. A lot better. But Bronto will not have the health that these things have. And this guy's base was 2,000 before taming. Just a few Mijos, and this guy is up and running. Now, my taming speed is... Well, I got to tweak that too, because I normally have it at about 4 times, 5 times. And, like I said, the server settings on this G portal is really weird. And yeah, that iguanodon, he just aggravated me. Because look, he took one bite, and look how high up it went. It shouldn't have gone up that fast. Granted, he's only level 15, but yeah, I can't wait to get him back to base. Get him back to base, start getting us some thatch so we can start building. Come on, buddy. Wake up. Wake up. Before some raptor comes and get you. Oh, and all the stuff that's in my inventory, the Kalon soup and all that, that was in a candy corn drop. Found a drop on the way over here. Never had so many problems recording Ark. But like I said, I think that was user error. I got a feeling the mic wasn't plugged in all the way. I was cleaning the dust and everything out of the computer. I do it the easy way. I don't use those spray cans. I was used to be a carpenter. I pull the computer out, take it in the garage, open the door, use my air compressor on it. There's not a speck of dust left in the computer. I do it to both my laptops and then my other desktop. I just unplug it, shut it down, unplug it, bring it in the garage and blow it out. It's like a dust storm. Not that my house is dusty, but I know, sharing too much info. Hey, what can I say? This is a fun map. If you've never been on Aberration, you definitely got to come to this map. And if you do spawn at Portal, first thing you want to do is run. Because there are... Oh, he's up already. There are basilisks here. And they will ruin your day. Alright, now to these Pokeballs, we are heading back to base. Start using him for thatch. Yeah, you run this way here. And I don't know if you've seen the other episodes where I've jumped into the lake. Yeah, you're not going to have fall damage if you jump into the lake. And that little island where I started this thing at, that's about the safest place. Unless, raptors, like it fell on me the one time. I've had some raptors or ravengers fall on me. And there's an XP note right back there that we just ran over. There's actually 3 XP notes at Portal. One of them you have to have Helena on to get to. Which is weird because when this map first started, Helena didn't exist. And neither did that Explorer note. But yeah, you got the lake on both sides. To the right is that little island where I started at. And so if you run down here and you jump off the bridge to the right, land in the water, you can start off over there. He looks so hilarious running to land in the water. And there's no fall damage as long as you land in the water. And yes, we've seen a 135 Spino. And yeah, the trap is still on me. We are going to set that up as soon as we can figure out how we can get him lined up. Which we got to get him lined up. To get him to come over here. after we drop the Diplo off. We don't want to lose him. Nope, whistle passive. And stop following. Put him away. Got our darts on us. We are all set, ready to go. Let's find that Spino now. Oh, the first one. Hallelujah. We found some gravestones. It's about time. Yeah, you shake your head yes too. I agree. Okay. Where'd that Spino go? Man, that building looks like the Amity house, don't it? Yeah, right there, straight ahead. That's a good place to start off at. But before you make that jump, make sure you got some stone and wood on you, so you can make your basic tools. Alright, there he is right there. 135. The stats aren't too bad either. That's good breeding stock. I mean, I've seen a lot better, but that is not bad. Man, a little bit of breeding on that and we should be good. We'll have to interbreed it a few times, but I think that'll work. I'll probably do a video on breeding stats to get the male and female bred equal, and then you use those as your base pair. And then you can start mutating them. But I got to get my what do you call it? The server tweaked on that. I've been trying to work it out. That's why I got the raptor eggs in there right now. Because yeah, I usually have my breeding setting a lot higher, so I don't have to wait around for hours or days for eggs to hatch. Anyways, where are we going to set that up at? Gotta get a good line on him. Okay, I can see his butt over here. So I guess we're going to set that up right here. Get these in line. Set our bear trap out because it takes a few seconds for these. I always use two. I mean, you can do it with one. But I always use two only because once that first one, the timer wears out on it, I want that second one to grab him too if he goes to turn around. I've done the same thing with gigas. I'll put 2 or 3 in with a giga. If I can get more in with a giga, I'll do more. Because I don't want to take a chance on that giga turning around and biting my butt. There's one bite from the giga and you're out. And I think I screwed that up. Because I'm out of gates. I had one spare gate last time, so pick these back up. I gotta close this a little bit tighter. Nope, I don't think that was it. Pick that back up again. Grab this one too. Yeah, that's a little tighter. Take a long shot. And it's a miss. Bingo, we got him. As long as he lights up red, you know we got him. All right, where you at? You coming for me? Yeah, kitty. Bingo! See that green light snap? Now he's going to concentrate on that a little bit because he don't like the idea that he's in a trap. Or I should say that bear trap got him. See, he got out of that one. Now he's in the other one. That's a gorgeous color, too. Love that red in there. That's why I like these aberrant Sarcos. Spinos. Because they got that really cool coloring. I had one that was a bluish purple last time I was here. Really hated to leave it. But look at that. I should have pulled the turn the spyglass off. Look at the way he dips into the ground. Isn't that crazy? Now I really wish I would have turned the spyglass off. You could have got a real good look at his coloring. Come on, put your head up. There you go. Yeah, the male doesn't have a good coloring. I'm hoping that when we start breeding these, they get the female's colors. Because this thing's gorgeous. I mean, I really don't go into colors when I do the breeding. I go into stats. The one tribe mate I had, oh yeah, she loved the colors. When I was doing gigas on Extinction, she was taking all the colored gigas. I would just destroy them. And she's like, nope, nope, I want it, I want it. So after a while, I stopped telling her that when I was breeding that I had exotic colors. We had two separate bases, even though we were a tribe, and she had so many gigas in her base. To me, they were the rejects. Well, anyways, yeah, she's got that look on her face right there, like, oh, come on, I didn't do nothing to you. Please let me go, I didn't bite you. Come on, buddy. Yeah, it's going to be a blast riding these things down there. I still got to get myself a high-level bulldog. Because that bulldog we have is not sufficient enough. Need to get a very high level. I'd like to get something 110 or above. And then throw it in the soul terminal for a few days. That'll boost its levels up and put everything into charge rate. Because this way when we're down there, it'll keep the nameless away. So we can find a place to make a base. Because all those extra plant Y Z or plant Z seeds we have, we can plant them down there, and they actually create a light that'll keep the nameless away. And she is out. Yes. All right, we just get her some mutton. There ain't nothing like mutton. I think next episode we're gonna have to get a fabricator put in here. Because need to make a chainsaw. So we need to get a greenhouse going, which means, yeah, no, not really a greenhouse. We need to get some crop plots in, so we can start making some sweet veggie cakes. So maybe we'll get a not cliff platform, but a tree platform in. And I hate when you can't access these. I started freaking out for a second, thinking she was too deep in the ground. But I put a tree platform across the way and put in a sap tap. So we can start making some veggie cakes. Because we need a snail. And then for some cement paste. And then we need an ovis. There we go. Where's our Diplo saddle? And might as well learn Spino saddle. We need to start hitting some drops too. There's quite a few things that we're lacking behind from doing. We need to learn zip lines too. Those are a blast because we got that one cave near us, and there's some really good loot in there. We got one Ravenger. We need to get another one and do some breeding on those guys real quick. And this way we're not losing our good Ravenger. And then go into that cave. Because there's some real good loot. And, of course, there's also an artifact in there. But we need grapples and a zip line. Grapples just in case we lose the Ravenger. But yeah, here is the Diplo. Now see, you can't up the melee on these guys. So, of course, the higher the level, the better. And it's a 10-passenger seat. It's hilarious. I've never ridden in the passenger seat. It's got to be weird. And we'll put him on her on the tracker. Just so we can keep up on it. Make sure we don't need any narcotics. Oops, sorry, I got hiccups. But yeah, look at that. Look at that thatch coming in. Thatch, wood, all the berries that are around it. And it's just by using the regular attack, which is just a push. And I gotta pick this trap up. I don't want to waste those materials. We may need that trap somewhere else. Actually, I should put a ramp on the other side of it. See what we can capture. Wouldn't mind getting a dire bear. Have them accidentally walk in there. Dire bears would be pretty good for this because we can use them to get the honey for us. Because with the S Plus mod, we can get an S Plus beehive, or also known as domesticated beehive. And we'll help out that Parasaur. We'll knock the tree down, see if it comes down. Yeah, we're helping you, Parasaur. Come on down. Huh? Guess not. You must be that floating Parasaur. You were eating those helium berries. That is just weird. Alright. Another one of those dinos with the really crappy turn radius. And we're stuck. Well, I hope I never have to do this again. The voiceovers. Yeah, we didn't get bad amount of thatch on this. I mean, granted, I could have grabbed my pick and swung my pick. But yeah, look at the berries. It's just amazing the amount of berries you get. It's ridiculous. I would have to say, berry-wise, and look, push the Parasaur. He doesn't even flinch like he's being attacked. He's like, okay, well, I've just been moved. Okay, no big deal. Yeah, and the biotoxin that he has in his inventory, that was because there was red bushes around. Now, if we get attacked by Ravengers, this guy's got no defense. Not like a Bronto where he can stomp or swing its tail. This guy can just push him away, that's it. I think that's why they have such a massive health. And you can, I mean, it's real easy to find better saddles for these guys. I mean, if you were on the island or one of the other worlds, you'll see the Diplo ascended Diplo saddles or ramshackle Diplo saddles constantly. And everybody's like, well, I don't want one of them. These are great for PvP because of the high health pool. Great soakers. Plus, they got pretty good weight to them on what they can carry. I mean, look at this guy's base weight. I didn't add nothing to... Oh, did I? I think I did add something to his weight. Well, we are just about ready to start building once I get all this weight off me. These mushrooms weigh so much because they stack so high. And I don't want to discard them because we're going to be making something called mushroom brew. That, I don't know if they changed it. Oh, by the way, these mushrooms right here, that is the same as a narco berry. You can use that to make narcotics. So, in case you're here and you harvest those mushrooms, don't throw them away and don't eat them. There's another berry you can use for water if you're thirsty. And look at this. The stats are actually really good on this. Really good. I freaked out there for a second, thinking that it was too deep into the ground. Not that it would have made a difference. All I'd have to do is pull the gates away, and she could have came out. I put her away and finish unloading the Diplo. Don't want to leave it out here. We haven't seen any Ravagers or Raptors in a while, but I think that's because the Spinos are out, or were. I think the Spinos were killing everything. I'm still too heavy. Got one stack of mushrooms. Just overloading. I just throw everything in here, including seeds. But yeah, get that garden going. But yeah, I think next episode I'm gonna we'll make a tree platform and try and get a sap tap in the tree over there. Just build a ladder down from it, since there's no flyers in here. Bring him around back. Now, I'm going to be fast forwarding this here after I pick all this up, because I'm going to be doing some building. And this way it doesn't extend this too long. I know this is probably getting a little bit boring because you're not really hearing much. Get out of my way, Perisher. We're going to start building some foundations and some walls. And we're going to fast forward all this at a much higher speed, so save us a little time. And yes, that is a water tap in the floor. I like to have all my pipes and everything for water in the floor. We're going to try and extend this out big enough so we can do the Spinos, Megalosauruses, whatever breeding we want to do out here. At least fast forwarding this time you get to hear something besides some crazy music fast forwarding. And you know, after I did all this build, I thought to myself, why didn't I just make 100 foundations at once instead of making 15, 20 at a time? I kept running out, having to run back in. Not that I can carry 100 at a time. Now, if you want to see something really goofy, you ought to see this at about 600 times speed. This is about 300 times speed. Yeah, you know, it just actually just rewatching this after the editing to do the voiceover and that, I just realized something. Where's all the... There's no scorpions over here, no raptors. Normally we have all that here. And I haven't seen any. All throughout this build, all of our harvesting, nothing. No raptors, no scorpions, no ravengers. Yeah, one little stone blocking my way. I hate when that happens. I don't know what happened to the hatchet. Would have used a hatchet. Would have been quicker. But, you know, we can always use the flint. Yeah, I'm probably going to make this bigger afterwards. I don't know yet. Because, you know, I'm one of these people that I build and then it's like, I want more. I want more. It can go bigger. Now, see, I could have made that level and just put another set of foundations on top. But I thought, nah, I don't want to waste foundations. Just drop it down. Yeah, music probably would have been good. Alright, now we got some walls going. We gotta learn Behemoth Gate. I decided I'm going to put a Behemoth Gate in over here. And I was going to learn large walls. But then I decided not to because if it gets broken, which I doubt it because there's nothing here that can break stone. But if it does get broken, then the whole wall comes down. But at least if I go with single walls, it comes out the same. And I hate that. I snapped those foundations there and it went underground. So I lost 2 foundations. Yeah, trying to get our foundation or our Behemoth Gate lined up. And I snap it in and it won't snap. So I figure I'll try it from this direction. And I know I could just do the ladder trick, but I'm so used to doing the eyeball that way. And there she is, our Behemoth Gate. Now the S Plus automatically opens, so I switch it over to manual. I don't know why I build the S Plus one then. It's the same cost either way. I think I need to add more weight to my character because he can barely carry anything. Well, at least it's coming along nicely. And I thought about just vaulting that upward like that. Thought it would look good. But I don't know. I figured right here I'd pull one of the Spinos out, throw them in place, and see what it looks like. And it looks like it definitely has to go up more. And after putting the Spino in there, I thought, oh my god, it is not big enough. It looked big enough. Till you get the Spinos in here. Then you realize this place is too small. That it has to go bigger. You know the old saying, go big or go home. But yeah, that triangle going up like that, I don't know if I'm going to do that or take the roof off the main building and float that flat over. That's why I'm looking at it like that. And keep that flat, and then up on the roof of the main building put the garden, and then run the water up. And that one turned around. This is the advantages of the mod. But yeah, I really think I am going to fix that. And maybe slant these going upward. I don't know. Or maybe I just bring it out. And that opening there, I think I'm going to put the walls on the outside of that. Just to close it. I mean, nothing's going to get in there. But just to seal it off. I like it. I like everything nice and neat looking. And then wrap it around the gate door. It'll cost more materials, but that's fine. And this is one of the reasons why I missed my Rex. Because with a Rex, that is my construction tool. You get on a Rex, you get off of him, and then you climb on top of his head. And then you can work off his head for building. That's how I've built a lot of my buildings, is off the top of a Rex's head. It's not quite as easy with a Spino. I mean, you can do it, but it's not as easy. Yeah, these walls are definitely going to have to go higher. Because I've always had a really big garden. Because this way, when you're making stuff, you got plenty of it. Because I might make the entire roof a garden. Who knows? Put a dung beetle up there. Put all the snails up there. You attach them to a hitching post, and then you put them on wander. Yeah, see, I'm looking at that, and that's not tall enough. We're going to have to go to the height of the behemoth gate. That's why I'm thinking about taking this side of the roof and going up with it. But I might have to expand this out, that wall in the building. I don't know, we'll see. There's so much to do. And we do have some materials left. So I just might, let's pull this male out and you can take a look at him. Actually, with the two of these guys in here, there's really not much room. That is the male that I got a couple days ago. He was at the bottom of the waterfall. And I'm going to put him on breeding because I'm curious on the egg hatch and everything. Like I said, I'm still trying to tweak that. But if you guys enjoyed this video, which I hope you did, but I doubt it, please hit that like button. But I will catch you guys on the next Ark video. This is Gmo signing out. Until next time. Bye-bye.